Thank you, Chairman. You said 7 minutes, time enough for...
I said 6 minutes.
Okay, 6 minutes. 6 minutes, that means exactly 2 songs from a Bollywood singer, which I shall not present. But thank you, IDSA, for this opportunity at the final session to share my perspectives with you. And yes, indeed, I bring greetings from the Gateway House, Indian Council on Global Relations, the Mumbai-based dynamic think tank which is devoted to the study of geopolitical and geo-economic issues impacting on India's national interests. This is about the future, so I shall not at all utter a word about the past. My basic question is, where do we stand now in our shared journey, and where do we wish really to head? And this 360-degree view has to be presented now, I guess, in about 5 minutes. I would like to present to you only 5 points. First point is that, and please pardon my candor, unfortunately our trade seems to stagnate today. Between 2011 and 12 and 2014 and 15, its value has fluctuated between $74 billion and $79 billion. We may not wish to talk or hear about it, but that is a fact. We have been unable to attain our target of $100 billion by 2015. Our two-way flow of investment too needs a speedier expansion. All this calls for deep introspection. We have done this in ample measure in the past 3 days. Now, business leaders need to deliver on the optimal use of existing FTAs, co-manufacturing, and other measures that they have agreed upon in a large measure. Then, governments need to complete quickly the review of ASEAN-India FTA in goods, as well as conclude RCEP negotiations by December 2016. This will be a critical benchmark. Second point, as dispassionate scholars, we need to undertake a simple exercise on the vital question of connectivity, namely to distinguish between ambitious proposals and plans on the one hand and actual progress of projects on the ground on the other. Without forgetting the past burden of underperformance, let us prepare a realistic inventory of what we must be able to complete and make fully operational in the next 5 years, ending in December 2020. And then let us deploy our combined resources to achieve this goal. Thirdly, CLMV countries will remain a prime object of India's focus in the coming years, with Laos as the ASEAN chair, Vietnam as a member of TPP, and Myanmar is standing on the verge of a major transformation. India will do well to enhance the quotient of resilience and dynamism in its policy approach. We should not be content with what we have been doing. We have to attempt to scale new heights. Fourth, the future health of ASEAN-India relations will be molded partially by the strength and diversity of new bonds that we are able to create between our northeast and our eastern neighbors, namely Myanmar, Thailand, and also Bangladesh. In this creative exercise, voices of the third space, that is, institutions and scholars, especially young scholars from our northeastern states, should be heard with greater respect and attention. I would strongly suggest holding a major pre-Delhi Dialogue 9 activity in a state capital in the northeast. The Asian Confluence and ICWA succeeded in doing this splendidly at Shillong in 2014 and 2015. Finally, as a former diplomat, I cannot help expressing concern over some aspects of the strategic dimension of our relations and the evolving regional scene. Our pledges, our dreams, and our entire planning for shared prosperity are dependent on the maintenance of peace, security, and stability in this region. There is a pressing need to safeguard and promote the culture of peaceful dialogue and negotiation for resolving interstate differences and disputes. The arsenal of destroyers, fighter jets, and surface-to-air missiles should have no place in this development-oriented narrative, or else our peoples will suffer. We must unite to avoid this grim possibility. And a very quick footnote here, I want to assure our ASEAN friends that India shall not concede space. This is of course a track to view, but it emanates from the fact that the present government has made a very heavy investment of diplomatic and political capital in the relationship with ASEAN. At the same time, please allow me, Chairman, to send a signal to all our ASEAN friends who are here. India adheres to the concept of ASEAN centrality, but centrality, like respect, will have to be earned. It cannot be presumed. In conclusion, it is evident that the Delhi dialogue has come of age as an institution. It plays a very valuable role. It has proved the skeptics wrong. Its 10th anniversary is just 2 years away. We should reflect on how we can celebrate it suitably as a means to impart further momentum to ASEAN-India relations. I thank you.